we are creating an entire universe that will be full of joy and love and harmony. Yevarchechem Adonai ve'yishmerchem. May God bless you and protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elechem ve'yechunchem. May God always shine His countenance upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elechem ve'yasem lachem shalom. May God always be present in your life and grant you the gift of peace.
He knows how much I love him, and he makes me very happy every day, and I'm very excited to be his wife.
To create one circle together, symbolizing that you're entering into this marriage as partners, equal partners.
You look absolutely perfect.
Thank you.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Looking good, Morgs.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Josh.
So I can hear your little footsteps.
Hi.
Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I have
We know that when two people like yourselves find each other, this is not just coincidence. It's not just something that just happened. God is here with us today, celebrating this creation. And so we begin this ceremony with recognizing that what we're doing here is creating an entire universe. And so we begin with the circling, 7 circles that represents the 7th day of creation, and you are creating a whole universe. So Morgan, you'll start. You'll walk around Josh slowly 3 times. And as you're walking around them, you are telling everyone, and you're telling Josh, that you will always put him in the center of your world, that you will build walls around him that will protect him from within and from without, and that he will always be in the center of your life. Josh, as you are about to circle, I'm going to use the words of the prophet Hosea. So please start circling, Morgan. And the prophet Hosea said, I will betroth you forever. I will betroth you in slowly, I need to finish reading. I will betroth you in faithfulness and in righteousness and in justice. And I will betroth you in love. And I will know Adonai, my God. And here's 3. And I know that 3 and 3 are only 6, and we need one more. So I'm going to ask you to hold hands and to create one circle together, symbolizing that you're entering into this marriage as partners, equal partners. Please, one circle together. And there we are. Come forward. That's it. We have just created a world. In your beautiful ketubah, look into her eyes. You promise to always be each other's best friends, to honor, cherish, and love each other unconditionally, to be partners in crime of life's adventures, walking side by side, growing old together. As you share life's experiences, the joy big and small, as well as the hardships, you promise that your love will continue to fuel your passion to each other and provide you with the determination to be kind and sensitive to each other's needs, to make each other feel loved and special. You're committed to make every minute count. You said that you will express yourselves freely and listen to each other with compassion, fostering an openness that permits you to talk about anything and everything, resolving your differences as quickly as possible, never going to sleep angry. You will always be each other's biggest fan and toughest critique. You promise to set quality time spent together as you leave space to be sensitive to each other's relationships and activities out of yours. You promise to keep each other healthy. You're still looking at each other. Emotionally, physically, and mentally. And to encourage you to live a life to the fullest each day. To make the effort to make life beautiful. You promise to inspire and nurture your dreams, to inspire laughter. Your home will always be a safe haven, a Knicks-oriented home, right? Okay. In which you always kiss each other hello and good night, in which you love each day more than you loved before. A home in which you nurture your relationship as you treat your families with love and respect. You promise to build a home based on the Jewish traditions of righteousness and of righteousness and of generosity, a home in which you celebrate Jewish holidays and traditions together, in which you raise your future children, should you be so blessed, according to Jewish tradition. Josh, deep into this beautiful woman's eyes, do you joyfully enter into this covenant and solemnly accept its obligations? Do you promise to love and cherish Morgan for the rest of your life, so help you God?
I do.
Morgan, deep into his eyes, do you joyfully enter into this covenant and solemnly accept its obligations? Do you promise to love and cherish Josh for the rest of your life, so help you God?
I do.
Come away with me on a
Josh, hold Morgan's finger and say to her as you look into her eyes, Hare
Hooray.
at
At.
mekudeshet
Mekadeshet.
li
Li.
betabaat
Betabaat.
zu
Zu.
kedat
Kedat.
Moshe
Moshe.
ve'Israel.
Israel.
Be consecrated to me
be consecrated to me
as my wife
as my wife
with this ring
with this ring
according to the tradition of Moses and Israel.
according to the tradition of Moses and Israel.
And put the finger on, the ring on the finger, oops. And Morgan, look straight into his eyes and say, Hare
Hare,
Ata
Ata,
Mekudash
Mekudash,
Li
Li,
Betabaat
Betaba'at,
Zu
Zu,
Kedat
Kedat,
Moshe
Moshe,
Ve'Israel.
Israel.
Be consecrated to me
Be consecrated to me
as my husband
as my husband
with this ring
with this ring,
according to the traditions of Moses and Israel.
according to the traditions of Moses and Israel.
And put the ring on Josh's finger. This is a talit that belonged to your grandfather, Josh, your father, Madeline, and it's a beautiful talit. And I want to wrap you both with this talit and offer you the priestly blessing. It is a blessing that our rabbis have been offering our people for over 3,000 years, and wrapped with this talit by your grandfather represents that with us here today in spirit, our past generations that are looking down at us and are so happy and are so proud to be passing on this blessing of building a Jewish home down to both of you. Yevarchechem Adonai ve'ishmerchem. May God bless you and protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elechem ve'echunchem. May God always shine His countenance upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elechem ve'yasem lachem shalom. May God always be present in your life and grant you the gift of peace. To which we all say, Amen. And this will be the last thing before we announce you husband and wife. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
You guys ready? Okay. Go for it. Mazel tov! Kiss your wife. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. and Mr. Weiser.
Ooh, don't know when the sun is rising next. Take back the night. So if the feeling's right, then raise your glass and let's take back the night. Take back the night. They gon' try to shut us down, but I'll be damned if we gon' let them take back the night. Take back the night. Ooh, you know you gon' mess around and find out there ain't no one better. Take back the night. Yeah. Rare, there's not too many. No one but you in crowded rooms. We can do anything. Attraction can drive you crazy, and the way you're moving, you go crazy. That's incentive for me. Wanna do something right, yeah, but we could do something better. There ain't no time like tonight, and we ain't trying to save it for later. Stay out here living the life. Nobody cares who we are tomorrow. And you got that little something I like, a little something I've been wanting to borrow. Tonight's the night, come on, surrender. I won't lead your love astray, astray, yeah. Your love's a weapon, give your body some direction. That's my
Please make some noise. I think not all our couples, come on in and join them. Once again, it is not all our couples, come and join our bride and groom. Watch that chandelier. And there we go. Watch the chandelier, watch the chandelier. Now circle to the left, circle to the left. Come on, one more time, circle to the left. Let's get Josh and Morgan in the middle. Everybody clap those hands, clap those hands. If you don't sing along, here we go, here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Everybody, amen. Amen. Thank you.
We want to thank all of you for coming from both near and far to share this wonderful pleasure with us. And to be able to do this for our children, Morgan and Josh, we couldn't really be any happier than we are this evening. I knew there was somebody special when Josh decided, because he was told by his friend Evan, that this girl is really special, that he decided to drive through Hurricane Sandy from Philadelphia to New York, where the only thing that probably saved them was that there were no other intelligent people who had cars on the road. Okay? So we knew that there was something special, and of course when we got to know Morgan and her parents, that became very evident to us. For Josh and Morgan, you know, the way we really feel after Maddie and I have been married for 40 years is that the most important thing is to love each other. And I think the rabbi sort of said it today, but life has its ups and downs. All of us here know that. But the thing that really gets you through is to love each other. And that's what we wish for them. That they have a true love affair. All right? All the way for the rest of their lives. And I don't think anything could make us happier than that. Maddie?
Said it all.
Okay, well, two things. One is we would like, you know, to help ask you to join us in a toast to Morgan and Josh, okay? And of course the Goldberg family. We're welcoming them here to Frenchman's, which you all know is the greatest place in the world. I have to say something. And the other thing I would say, if you're a little tired and you know you're thinking about leaving, think of this more like as a workout, like you're at the gym, and you may have, you know, something worthwhile to stay for. All right, so please join us in a toast to them.
Morgan and Josh on their special day. Morgan, words cannot express how much we love you, and Josh, and how much we admire you, and how proud we've always been of you and everything that you've done through the years. There's so many special memories that we've shared, good times, a couple bad, but mostly good times. And there's too many to mention, so I won't mention them, but especially for you and your dad, the love of your New York sports together, that you both enjoy together and that
Go
you always
Knicks.
have. Morgan, you're so beautiful, you're strong, you're caring, you've really become such a wonderful woman, and his parents were so happy today to see you marry someone like Josh, who is just amazing, and we love you, Josh. Josh, we love you and feel so lucky to have you become a son, and everyone knows my husband has needed a son for a very long time. And Maddie and Les, we thank you so much for really welcoming us into your family and your world and friends and Frenchmen, and everything is just so great. And we look forward to sharing many happy occasions together as united families. And we're just so proud, and we'll never forget this night and how special it is. And we just want to toast to Morgan and Josh. It's very clear that you were meant to be together. When I look at the two of you, I only see happiness and love. And you were clearly meant to be together. And may you always have your love, your health, your happiness, and enjoy everything life has to offer on your journey together. And I hope you have beautiful, healthy children that I get to enjoy. And to Morgan and Josh.
I think most people here know that I'm Morgan's twin sister. I am so unbelievably grateful to share my sister with someone as amazing as Josh. Josh. You can look at me, Josh. Thanks. From day one, you have welcomed me with open arms as your sister. I respect and value your opinions and love that I can come to you for anything, literally anything. You have also made my sister the happiest I've ever seen her, and I know that you will continue to do so for the rest of your lives. Thank you for finally adding another male to our family for my dad. You are not only my twin sister, but my best friend and confidant. Words cannot express how much you mean to me, and I am so honored that I was able to stand next to you on the best day of your life as your maid of honor, even though I cried, like, a lot today. A love like yours and Josh's is so special and rare, and I hope to find out one day with my future husband. And if anyone knows anyone single, please let me know. I would like for all of us... Sorry, hold on. To raise our glasses and toast my sister and officially my new brother. Yeah. Embarking on their new life as husband and wife. I love you both. Cheers!
Good evening. I am Evan, Josh's best friend. I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight and being part of this very special occasion. A special thank you to Maddie, Les, Natalie, and Mark for making this extraordinary evening possible. A game of chance. Who would have thought that a game of chance between two 10-year-old girls would bring us all here tonight? Josh and I have been best friends since we're 8 years old. Easy does it. It all started out when my sister sat down with her friend in 1989 to figure out which camp we would go to. They visited a bunch, each picked their favorite, and came out with a sophisticated, intricate plan to decide which one we would choose. They'd pick it out of a hat. Now, almost 25 years later, I stand here before you as clearly the better looking of Josh's best man duo. I remember Lori coming home after that first summer and telling me that I would be joining her, and there was this wild, chubby, and rambunctious kid who, if that wasn't all enough, who was the owner's son, would be my best friend. My response? Yeah, right. We've been through a lot together, Joshua. Some might even say we're partners in crime. Now, Josh may not look it, but he's quite the cunning fellow. And anybody who knows Les well knows that he's a very sharp, intelligent, and observant guy. Except when it comes to Josh. Somehow, every single time that Josh and I got into trouble together, Josh would mumble something to Les's ear, and bam, I'm the fall guy. I'm the mastermind, I'm the one who carried it out, and I'm certainly the one who convinced Josh to go along with it and take the blame. There was the time when Josh decided to break my nose while bunko boxing. Evan, how many times do I have to tell you not to bleed on Josh's fist? There was the time when Josh shaving cream Goody and when he went crying to the bathroom, poured Sun-In all over his pillow. Evan, how many times do I have to tell you not to torment Goody? And there was the time when Josh dyed one curlicue in Jared's head blonde. Evan, how many times do I have to tell you Jared looks better as a blonde? So it only makes sense when I stand here before you tonight, my plan to get Josh to come play golf with me in New York during the worst storm to hit the Northeast in 50 years was to say, Josh, I have a really hot blonde I want you to meet. His response, I'll be there in 3 hours. And as they say, the rest is history. Over the past 20 years, we've had an amazing ride, my friend. From Schwenksville to Palm Beach, Philly to the shore, New York to Bloomington, we've done it all together. You're the brother I've always wanted, and I couldn't be more honored to be standing here tonight as your best man. Morgan, you look stunning tonight, and I can honestly say I've never seen Josh happier. I want to take this a moment to officially welcome you to our family. And finally, not now, but when I tell you, please raise your glasses to toast the bride and groom to my brother and his gorgeous bride, Josh and Morgan. Yeah!
Good evening, everybody. My name is Josh Wiseman, and I'm Josh Wiseman's brother-in-law. Let me start off by thanking Mom and Dad for once again being gracious hosts. And anyone who knows Les and Maddie knows they're always offering up their Florida home to anyone who wants to visit, just not sure they wanted us all at once. But here we are to celebrate the wedding of Josh and Morgan. It's an honor for me to be able to speak at such a joyous occasion. When I was first dating Rachel and focused on becoming a member of the Wiseman family, my relationship with Josh was solidified when I received a late-night drunken voicemail from Josh and Evan. And while the content of that message is not suitable for mixed company, the irony isn't lost on me that I'm sharing the stage tonight with Evan, and in essence, leaving our message for Josh. I'm also glad that my father is here tonight, as I'd like to share something that he said to me on my wedding night. Now, a little bit about my father. He was big on using colloquialisms in lieu of sage fatherly advice. For example, I remember being at one of those important life crossroads right after college, looking for profound wisdom and guidance. And instead I got, you can't polish a turd. And while this may be true, it wasn't particularly helpful at the time. But he surprised me on my wedding night, as he said something that was actually profound, and has stuck with me to this day. And he said, don't marry the person you think you can live with. Marry the person you know you can't live without. And so to Josh and Morgan, may you both be the person each other can't imagine living life without. Truly love each other above all else. And let me wish you both a long life of health and happiness in prime.
Your first course will be out in just a few minutes. So enjoy, once again, enjoy your first course coming out. Surprise guest coming on up, playing for us.
Congratulations.
I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she won't see what I see. But every time she asks me to, I say,
Folks, come on in and join us.
when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stands for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are. I'm sure you heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. Well, I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Oh, you got to unwind it. No lie.
Leo Brooks on bass. Hell yeah.